So I just took the last two videos and told you exactly why the Ultra Limited is better than the Street Glide Special, but today I'm going to tell you why I think the Street Glide Special is actually better than the Ultra Limited. What's up? My name is Headshot. Thank you for joining us. If I can get everybody that likes this video to subscribe to the channel, help us reach our first 10,000 subscriber goal. I really appreciate your support and thank you for watching. So you may be thinking, dude, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. How can you even do that? Well, I own a Street Glide Special, and one thing that I like to do is I like to look at things from all different perspectives. I like a bunch of different bikes. I love Harleys, and I don't think there's any question about that. But the thing is that I can recognize in each one of these bikes certain things that they do better than their counterparts. And if you're somebody that's looking at an Ultra or looking at a Street Glide Special, chances are you're looking at the other one too, and you're trying to say, man, which one is best for me? So hopefully I can help some of you out, or be entertaining nonetheless. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to tell you is just the look in general. That slammed custom look that the Street Glide Special gives you, man. It's just very clean and sleek styling that Harley has done. And we're going to touch on some other things here too, but it is a totally different looking bike than the Ultra Limited. The Ultra Limited is very purpose driven and very comfortable, whereas the Street Glide Special is very, all right, let's get on it. I'm ready to ride and look cool doing it, okay? So that's what the Street Glide Special is, man. It's a very cool and a very sleek looking motorcycle, man. And there's not a lot like it when you talk about these things. And one big styling cue that the Street Glide Special has that the Ultra does not is the stretch bags. Now, not only does this give you more room inside of the bag, a little bit more room, but having those bags actually cut out and go over your tailpipes makes all the difference when you're talking about aesthetics, man. It looks so much better. It's really, really blatantly obvious when you look at an older Street Glide, a regular Street Glide, or an Ultra. Those saddlebags, how they come up over the tailpipes and you have about an inch or 2 inch gap right there. And it just doesn't look nearly as clean as a Street Glide Special. And again, that kind of leads into the custom slammed type of look that the Street Glide Special is going to give you, man. And that is not to be overlooked. The stretch bags on the Street Glide Special is a huge upgrade. That's one of the bigger reasons that I went with the Street Glide Special, because it is such an awesome looking bike. Very functional too. Again, it gives you more space, but that is a huge bonus for the Street Glide Special that does not come on the Ultra Limited. Next thing I want to talk about is seat height. So I'm a shorter guy, 5'7", 5'8" on a good day, and I'm telling you, you have about an inch lower bike in the Street Glide Special than you do in the Ultra Limited. So that also means that if you ride with a passenger, you're gonna bottom out much quicker. Your ride's not gonna be nearly as good, but you also have an inch that you can, actually get your feet firmly on the ground, whatever the case may be. These are heavier bikes, so if you're backing your bike up, you want your feet firmly planted on the ground. And the Ultra, it sits up a little bit taller. It's about 27.5 inches with you in the saddle and about 26.5 on the Street Glide Special. Again, that's something that you definitely want to go into a dealership, sit on a couple of these bikes and see how that feels to you. But that's a pretty big deal for the Street Glide Special, especially for us shorter guys with shorter inseams. The overall sleeker styling. So you don't have the lower fairings. You don't have the tour pack. You don't have the windshield like you do on the Ultra, but you're going to get a much sleeker and, in my opinion, a better looking bike. Again, the Ultra does a lot of things really well, and it's very purpose driven. It's very comfortable, but the Street Glide Special, just overall with the chop windshield and everything, just is a better looking bike in my opinion. And that includes the taillight section. So with the Ultra, you have that single taillight that comes out, kind of sticks out. Harley's been using it for a very long time. And of course, you have the lights that come around the tour pack. On the Street Glide Special, you have what used to be called a popsicle bar, but it's way sleeker than the old popsicle style lights. It's just a really nice, clean, basically a T-bar. And then of course you have the little running lights down below that are already in the bottom of the rear fender there. Very, very good overall styling. Now, it's not a whole lot of light, and that's one thing on the Street Glide Special that I'd really like to add on mine is get some saddlebag turn signal lights and things like that, just to put some more light back there in the rear. But overall, I think it's a much better looking bike in the rear and pretty much all the way around for that matter. Now, for what it's worth, the bike is also a little bit lighter, all right? So about 50, 60 pounds, of course, without your tour pack, without your lowers and things like that in the front. So you're going to save a little bit of weight. These bikes have oil-cooled heads compared to the Ultra's dedicated water-cooled system. So it may run a little bit warmer, but again, you have just your crash bars in the front. And see, one other thing with the Ultra Limited where you're stuck with your water cooled, your fans, your radiator fans, and your coolant and all that kind of stuff. On the Street Glide, if you decide to go with those same lower fairings, now you can put speakers in them, extra storage. You can do the little canvas ones if you want to go that route. So there's all kinds of different things that you can do there, whereas the Ultra, you're stuck with those radiator fans. So yeah, it's a good upgrade from the factory, but on the Street Glide Special, you can do more with those. And the Street Glide Special is going to be a little bit cheaper. Now, mind you, if I were to buy a Street Glide Special again today, knowing kind of what I know now and what I would like to have in the bike, I would probably add a tour pack on there with a quick detach hardware kit, because you don't want the tour pack on there all the time, but it's great for those overnight trips. It's great for riding with a passenger. You can put your helmets in there, lock them up securely. You don't have to carry your helmets everywhere with you, man. That is a huge upgrade that I would love to have on mine, and eventually I will get a tour pack on mine. I don't necessarily like the look, but I love the function, man. I like having a functional bike too, so I'm willing to deal with the look. If it's gonna serve a good purpose and something that I'll use it for, then I'll go with it. But again, having that quick detach hardware so I can just pull it right out. The Street Glide Special already has your docking hardware, so you can put a sissy bar, a tour pack, whatever you want to do there. But having that quick detach so I can just pull it right off and get the same look that I'm looking for in the Street Glide Special, that's probably the way I would go if I was to do it again. Okay, so the Street Glide Special is an awesome bike. They're both awesome bikes. They are two very different bikes that offer you two completely different things, okay? And you can kind of make them each your own, and you can upgrade them as you go along. The Street Glide Special, you can kind of start from a custom look and move on from there and add some of these cool things. So anyways, the Street Glide Special, I absolutely love it. And I love the Ultra Limited, and there's a lot more that I love that hopefully we can get to very soon. What do you think about the Street Glide Special versus the Ultra Limited? I want to hear what your opinion is down in the comments section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold the rubber side down.